A typical schedule will look something like this. For a weekend retreat, Friday evening, we're going to focus on beingness with activities, getting to know each other, and woodworking and storytelling. And then on Saturday morning, we're going to focus on our doingness as change makers with art and outdoor games. And Saturday afternoon, we will focus on connectedness with cooperative and confidence building games. Saturday evening around the fire is all about reflectiveness. Who are we? What do we want to show the world that we believe in? Sunday morning, our focus is on consciousness with activities like mindfulness practice and community drumming. And on Sunday afternoon, before we go home, we dive in a little bit into the knowledge to action phase. How do we take our individualness and put it to work for something to make the world a better place? When we translate this into a 12-day retreat in the United Kingdom, you'll still see every day, day 1 through 12, focused on beingness, doingness, connectedness, reflectiveness. And then we'll take a 3-day trip to London where we'll still be keeping these ideas in mind, but we'll do some wonderful tourist things like a traveling tea tour, a London theater experience, and the portrait gallery, and boat tour, and London Eye and Tower of London. We'll come back and we'll put together our learning by focusing again on reflectiveness, and then a day on consciousness, and then a full day on knowledge to action. We'll get a special visit to the Stonehenge Inner Circle that's very rare and hard to get into. I had to buy these tickets months in advance to make it work. And on our last day, we'll have a special closing ceremony celebrating all we've learned and our vision for the world and how we plan to re-enter the world with a new identity as a change maker. Now, that sounds like a heavy burden to put on a young person. We're not asking them to work alone to change the world. But what we are doing is giving them the opportunity to think about their ness, their nature, their energy, the social skills they bring to the world, the story they're building, the story that is theirs and that they are creating every day, and a system that works for them to show up and be their better selves, their best selves every day with the support of generations of women around them. We have the most amazing, experienced, wonderful facilitators to work with these two groups. The women across the top are a faculty for a weekend retreat here in Virginia in the United States where I live. And the faculty across the bottom are amazing women in the United Kingdom that I've been so fortunate to meet and learn from in the UK on my own journey to empowerment and leadership as a woman. I encourage you to read their bios on the registration page so you know just the caliber of these women leaders that you will get the opportunity to interact with and learn from during these experiences. I am so excited for you and for myself to get to spend time with them and with you. A typical day on a regular not traveling day might look like. When we get up in the morning, we'll have a community breakfast, and then there'll be some kind of circle and sharing time to set the stage for the day. Then we'll have an activity, very intentional, working on one of those 5 branches, and then lunchtime, and then a couple of more wonderful, enriching, enjoyable, fun activities in the afternoon, working on one of those branches of the Changemaker tree, then dinner time, and then a program in the evening. Don't worry, there'll be plenty of time for free time in here too, and for opportunities to call home and those kind of things. And we will close each day with a campfire and storytelling and processing what we've learned in the day. So that's kind of the typical rhythm for a full day on site, whether it's a weekend retreat or the international retreat abroad. So you get a feel for how we roll. Participants are going to learn how to nurture and appreciate their own unique nature, how to channel and preserve their feminine energy and soft power for good. That's a one of many term. how to use their social emotional intelligence to work more comfortably in any setting and with any group of people, how to share their unique stories to create positive outcomes, and how to build a system for living that works for them and makes the world a better place. I always like to mention here that my system is this changemaker tree. My system may not be your system, but my changemaker tree system will help you reach and discover your own metaphor, your own structure, your own philosophy. Could be a spiritual practice, could be fitting it in with your own religious practice, your own faith-based institution at home. Whatever your system, it's important that it serve and honor your ness, our ness, her ness, so we can all work together to do more of what our world needs. Be a more effective, inclusive world, everyone who inhabits it. One of my gurus back when I was in my counselor ed program was a psychologist and an expert on self-esteem named Dr. Saul Gordon. And I loved what he said about self-esteem, that we don't build our self-esteem on empty praise and congratulations. Self-esteem is actually built when we learn new things and when we do good deeds. It makes sense to me. And it's a grounding philosophy of this self-worth building program at See Her Rise. We will honor ourselves and we will learn and we will do good things together and support each other. Our See Her Rise retreats are the perfect place to do both, learning new things and doing good things with the support of a community of women invested in one another's well-being and in the next generation of change makers, with the added bonus of lots of fun and adventure.